He hauls his butt out to work in a place he used to live with his ex-wife? Do I have to remind you Victoria lives out at the ranch? She's not exactly a shrinking violet.
I want you to butt out. You're not helping me.
Ash, I'm concerned about you. I don't like the way this guy is treating you.
I will deal with my own marriage. If you get involved, you're only going to make things harder on me,
Somebody
Jack.
has to stick up for you.
I don't need my big brother coming to my rescue. Now just listen to me, okay? Cole has been finishing up a book. It's been giving him a hard time. It's been a very difficult time for him. I'm coming through this whole Jabot thing. It's taken up a lot of my time and my energy. Now, you don't judge a marriage at its worst moment and decide it's going to hell permanently. For the last time, please stay out of this.
Here's to you, and to what you accomplished today, and to many more days like it.
And as I said, I owe it all to you. Thank you for letting me come back out here to work. It really made the difference.
Well, this has been lovely.
Yes, it has.
Are you sure you don't need to get back to work?
Well, I already told you that my work is through for the night.
Well, then shouldn't you go home?
Probably.
You don't sound too thrilled with the prospect.
Well, how about dinner? We could grab a bite.
I'm going out, remember? In fact, I need to get upstairs and change.
Okay, before you leave, I want you to make me a promise.
What?
Just that when my book is finished, you let me take you out and celebrate. It's the least I can do.
Une seconde. Oh, thank God you're here. Brian, perfect timing.
Is there a problem?
What?
You keep looking at me. Is something wrong?
I think back to before this whole mess started. We went to that island retreat and tried to rediscover each other.
It was like we were separated from the whole world. In our own little private place.
I felt so close to you. It was as if we had the whole future ahead of us.
It was a wonderful time.
As far as I'm concerned, we can get back to where we were. We just have to give it a try, and there's nothing you and I can't do if we put our minds and hearts to it. Don't you agree?
I want to believe that things could be as wonderful as they were. But I also know certain problems.
Come in. Mr. Newman, I'm sorry to disturb you.
Can't this wait?
I'm afraid not. I need to talk to you about Ramona Caceres.
right, fine. You want me to back off? I'll back off. But listen to me.
No buts! Jack, I'm trying to work out the problems in my marriage, and I don't need you interfering.
Don't you understand? I can't stand to watch you working on your marriage by crawling on your hands and knees to that clown.
And that's what you think I'm doing.
Well, take a look for yourself. Hemingway does anything he wants. You just placate him. I think it's time you give him a good swift kick where it really hurts.
This is none of your business.
Look, I know you are fighting for your marriage. But I can't help but wonder, have you asked yourself the big question? Why are you clinging so hard to something that isn't working?
Where the hell do you get off passing judgment on my marriage? Isn't working? What do you know about my marriage,
all right,
Jack?
Don't bite my head off. It just seems to me you are the only one working on this problem. Somebody has got to give your husband a wake-up call.
Fine. You just believe whatever you want to believe. You're going to do it anyway. But I want you to give me your word that you're not going to get into this with Cole, because we don't need that.
Fine, I will back off. For now. But if that insensitive oaf hurts you any more than he already has, he will answer to me. That promise I will make, that promise I will keep.
There are a couple of things I need to go over with you. I hope I'm not interrupted.
Oh, no. Come on in, come on in. See, Cole, this is the business I was referring to.
Well, I thought you were going out.
I thought so too, but obviously Ryan felt the need to come by instead.
Okay, all right. Well, just remember, I'm holding you to that promise.
I never made any promise.
Well, if you didn't, I'm going to stay until you do.
Fine, it's a deal.
Good. Thanks. Nice timing, Ryan.
Hey there. I thought I heard you come in.
Hey, babe.
I was waiting to hear, honey, I'm home.
We're not exactly 90s version of Ozzie and Harriet.
Yeah? Says who? So, Mr. Viscardi, how was your day?
It was okay. Long. I mean, nothing to complain about, though. How was yours?
It was perfect. Especially now that you're home.
Boy, whatever you're cooking sure smells great.
It's just a little payback for the wonderful breakfast you made me this morning. Are you hungry?
I am starving. Let me just go get cleaned up. I'll be right back, okay? Okay.
You're having second thoughts about this, aren't you? About breaking up Megan and Tony? It's for their own good, Trisha.
Yeah, I keep telling myself that, but...
Look, Megan is getting deeper into this by the day. If you don't do something about this now... Or are you hesitating because you're having second thoughts about me? Whether or not you can fully trust me? You know, for the record, Trisha, it works both ways. I'm not completely convinced that I can trust you either. In which case, you know, maybe we should just call this whole thing off.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
What was going on here?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan.
You didn't know I was coming over here. You used me as an excuse to get Cole out of here.
Okay, maybe I did.
Why?
No big reason, Ryan. I think you're seeing things that aren't there.
Or so you would like me to believe.
All right, I was feeling this pull toward Cole, and it was getting weird.
Was he out of line?
Not really, no.
Then maybe you were the one who was misbehaving.
Thought crossed my mind.
Victoria, he's married to Ashley
Well, I'm
now.
not Ashley's protector.
You know, you have a way of treating your ex-husbands as fair game.
Why? Because I like the occasional kiss every now and then to remind myself of what I lost?
Okay, all right, let's stop dancing around it. What was going on with you and Cole? You two rekindling something?
Let me put it this way. I'm glad that you came in when you did. Neither of us wants anything to happen.
But you've both been tempted.
We haven't acted on anything, and we won't.
So I take it things aren't all hunky-dory in Cole's marriage right now.
He doesn't really talk to me about it. I gather that he has trouble working at the Abbott house. There's a lot going on over there. He wanted to use the tack house to work in, and I said, okay.
I'm concerned about you.
Well, don't be. I'm not going to do anything stupid or impulsive or any interesting combination of the two. Now, what did you want me to see?
Well, I thought you'd like to be up to speed before the big finance meeting tomorrow.
You reworked the cost projections?
Per your instructions, I think you'll find them more in line now with what you had in mind.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, well then, you know what? I'll look these over and I'll see you tomorrow at the office. Ryan, Cole's gone. There's no need for you to play mother hen, at least not tonight.
What about tomorrow night? Or the night after that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stare.
Don't apologize.
It's just that we've met. Well, not exactly, but
I know.
how do you know?
At Eve's, you gave me change.
I can't believe you remember that.
Why?
We weren't even introduced. It's...
Do you remember me?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
Well, obviously you did.
How do you know?
Otherwise, why can't you take your eyes off me?
Well, our ego is certainly intact, isn't it?
I'm flattered by your attentions.
I'm not staring at you for no reason. I know who you are.
You know me.
No, I just know who you are.
My bad reputation precedes me.
You have a bad reputation?
Depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
I'm not who you think I am.
Really?
Others have made that mistake. It happens quite often.
Well, you must have a twin out there somewhere.
Everyone does. So they say.
They. Who's they? You ever wonder what that means?
Are you changing the subject?
I could have sworn that's what you were doing.
I better be going.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, why don't you want me to know who you are, Tomas?
She isn't here, is she?
No, she is. You haven't seen her, have you?
Trust me, I've been looking for your beautiful brunette every day. She just hasn't been back.
Damn.
She has really gotten to you.
Well, let's just say old Smiling Jack is pretty darn captivated. Here.
Your card?
That has my cell phone number on it. If she should show up, I want you to give me a
Don't
call.
worry.
Right?
If your dream girl shows up, I will call you right away.
Dream girl? Could you possibly be talking about me?
Ramona?
Yes, doctor.
This is for you, a fax from Genoa City. Look, I don't mean to pry, but I couldn't help but see what it says. There have been a few of these recently. This is a wonderful opportunity. I know this man who's been faxing you. Dr. Kamen is one of the most outstanding men in the field of pharmacology. It would be an honor to work with him.
Yes, I met him. His, all you say his.
Then what am I missing here? Is there a reason you haven't been back in touch with him?
I am not sure.
Well, if you're worried about the clinic being short-staffed, don't be. I certainly would miss you, but this is such a wonderful offer. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pressure you. It's just, I can't understand why you'd hesitate. Obviously, you have a lot to think about. I'll give you some time to yourself.
Sorry, George, but this is not a good time.
Forgive me, Mr. Newman. I'll be as brief as possible, but I really feel this deserved your immediate attention.
Darling, would you mind?
Oh, no. Do what you have to do.
So, you say this is about Ramona?
Yes. I faxed her several times regarding the herbal chemist position, and I've got no response, which concerns me given how much I want to add her to my pharmacology staff. You are aware, of course, how impressed I was with her at the seminar.
Oh, yeah.
She is such a bright, articulate young woman that I just feel bringing her on staff now would be... I'm sorry. I know I don't need to convince you what a valuable asset Miss Caceres would be.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I have a feeling she's not responding to my faxes because she may be waiting for a call from you. I know how much she respects you.
All right, George, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give her a call, and then we'll see what happens. Okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, that's it. And I apologize for the interruption.
That's all right.
So, Ramona's moving to Genoa City to be on staff.
That hasn't been decided.
Oh, Victor, please. You and I both know if you offer her a position, she'll accept it.
Sweetheart, I know nothing of the kind.
Well, I'm sure you'll convince her if she has any doubts.
Look, I know that you have concerns about Ramona Caceres.
Bet I do.
Although I've tried very hard to reassure you that this is all about business.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about that.
You heard George just now. Ramona happens to be an expert in the herbal medicine business. I mean, what she could contribute would be enormous to the pharmacology division. She could actually help make people feel better. You're intelligent enough to know that I'm not going to turn my back on that.
No. I assume you will do exactly as you please. Which is par for the course, isn't it?
Hey!
Oh!
Sorry. Didn't mean to startle you.
I'll live, I think.
So how goes it?
It goes. How about you?
Just drop by for a quick cup of coffee. You seem kind of out of it. You okay?
Yeah, it's just that the strangest thing happened a few minutes ago.
What?
This man walked in and I recognized him, but he refused to admit who he is. It's this guy right here on the back of my book. Why wouldn't he admit it when I said I knew who he is?
Maybe it wasn't really him. I mean, to say everyone has a twin.
Yeah, that's what I told him, but still.
You know, there's another explanation here. He's a writer. Writers have weird quirks.
Kind of like high-powered businessmen who work at Newman Enterprises, present company included.
Walked right into that.
Yes, you did.
Well, it looks like you're really going to town on your novel. That's what these pages here are.
Don't you dare.
What, I can't have a peek?
No, you can't. I'm very insecure about what's on these pages. I can't let anyone see it.
Well, when you are ready for someone to give them an advanced read-through, I'm your man.
Ryan, no offense, but I mean, you're my ex-husband. You're the last person who I would want to read this first.
Afraid I can't be objective?
Well, let's put it this way. If you read it and you say it's wonderful, I'm not going to believe you. And if you read it and say it's awful, I'm not going to believe you. I gotta go.
Tell Philip his dad says hi.
Take care.
Hey, you too.
I hate to burst your bubble, Sugar, but I was not talking about you.
Really? Then who were you talking about? This dream girl? Oh, my Lord, please tell me you weren't talking about that blonde bimbo you hired as your administrative assistant.
No, I don't remember inviting you to join me.
Well, I just thought I would keep you company until Grace arrives.
I'm not waiting for Grace.
What's the matter? Is she all booked up for tonight?
Look, if you're gonna go on like this, sweetheart...
That's okay, okay. I will restrain myself. It's just that she's such an easy target.
God, you are so far off, you have no idea. There was a woman at the bar. I was hoping that perhaps she might return. She's a... I don't know why I'm explaining this to you. This is none of your beeswax.
All right. Have it your way. I couldn't care less who you're mooning over these days. Although I do have a suggestion.
Oh, really?
Yes, since your testosterone level seems to be at an all-time high, what with you picking up women at bars and having the hots for your assistant, you might try taking on a real woman for a change. That is, if you're up to it.
So how is everything? Does the food taste all right?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Good. I'm glad. Tony, this gravy is awful. How are you eating it?
It's okay.
No, it's not. It's the worst.
It's fine, Meg.
It's lumpy and tasteless. How is that fine?
I happen to like my gravy lumpy and tasteless.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's not the end of the world, doll. No big deal.
I guess I just wanted everything to be perfect.
Who says it isn't?
Look, this is a very delicate situation.
You don't think I know that? I don't make it a habit of messing with people's lives,
I didn't
Trisha.
say that you did. I'm just in a very tough position here.
Well, it's not an easy one for me either. I care a lot about Tony, and I think I've blown it with him.
Because you threw him out of your place.
Look, it was a stupid mistake. All right, one I've been kicking myself for practically since the moment I made it.
But you are hoping to make things work with him, right?
I don't know if it's possible. Okay, maybe it isn't. But yes, that is what I want. And what you want is Tony out of your sister's life for good.
Oh, I don't see any other way. I mean, Tony is wrong for her. I know she doesn't think so,
Yeah, but love is blind.
I think my sister's confused love with infatuation. But in the long run, coming between them now is gonna save her from a heartache later. And anyway, my dad wants Tony gone. Question is,
How do we make it happen?
I wonder if Tony would leave town if he was offered a job that he couldn't refuse. Do you think there's anything tempting enough to make him want to leave?
I doubt it. Unless he gets some gig racing in Daytona.
Well, maybe Dad has a contact in Detroit with a car company.
Tony would probably ask Megan to go with them.
Okay. Well, what about Megan? My dad's been trying to get her to go to London for a while. Since she's not in school, maybe he could put some real pressure on her.
Trisha, get real. From what you told me, you can't get her to do anything she doesn't want to do. Now, if you can't get her to go back to college, how are you going to get her to leave the country?
You know, you're real quick to shoot down other people's ideas. Do you have any of your own?
Well, it seems to me that when people are in love, or they think they are, the best way to shake things up is by having someone else come into the picture.
You're talking about studying makeup with someone. I've tried it. I had these great guys lined up, and she wasn't interested.
That is not what I meant. I'm not saying that Tony or Meg have to fall for someone else. We just need one of them to think that the other has a wandering eye.
You're talking about setting up some sort of deception or something.
Say we create a situation where Tony thinks Megan is interested in someone else.
Whoa, wait a second. I don't know that I am willing to go that far.
Are you serious about this or not? You know, if you want this guy out of your sister's life for good, it's gonna take more than wishful thinking. Now, I don't like deceiving them any more than you do. But in this case, I think the end definitely justifies the means. Don't you?
Thanks. What the devil are those two doing together?
Let me say it again, okay? This is all very premature. Ramona Caceres may have no interest in moving here at all.
And I will say again that I have little doubt that she'll jump at the chance for one very obvious reason.
You don't know her.
Oh, please, please. That's all I need is to hear you extolling Ramona's virtues.
As far as I know, she's very happy living in New Mexico. She may have no interest in moving here at all.
But you intend to make the offer anyway, don't you?
Yes. I intend to make sure that she realizes she has an opportunity awaiting her. I would be remiss in my responsibility if I didn't let her know.
So this is all for her benefit, all for what she might want, never mind what your wife
It
wants.
has nothing to do with that. This is about business. She could make a lot of money for our company, for heaven's sake.
Well, I'm not so
And
sure.
how often do I have to assure you that it is about nothing but business?
Yeah, that's what you say.
Well, what do you want me to do? Not ask her?
Oh, no, I would never think of suggesting that. We both know you're going to do exactly as you please anyway.
What the hell is the matter with you?
Are you propositioning me?
Is that what it sounds like, proposition?
In a word, yes.
Are you shocked?
Nothing you do shocks me.
I am unpredictable,
Yeah,
aren't
you're
I?
also delusional if you think the two of us are...
Oh, don't be too hasty now. Remember, we have been there already.
Don't remind me.
Wasn't half bad, as I recall.
As I recall, it was a fiasco.
Oh, I'm not talking about the aftershocks. I'm talking about the actual act. You and me, snowbound, making mad, passionate love.
Okay, that was a long time ago.
I haven't forgotten it. And you haven't forgotten it either.
What I haven't forgotten is the fact that that nearly tore my family apart.
Yeah, but the situation has changed now, Jack. I'm not married to your father any longer.
My God, you are propositioning me.
Well, come on, we're two highly sensual people. We're both at loose ends. We could give it another try. See if, like fine wine, you've improved with age. So are you tempted? Ooh, you are tempted, aren't you?
Jack, thank God I found you.
Leanna? What the hell are you doing here?
Well, Ashley,
Hi.
how yourself?
You look tired.
I am tired, but it's a good tired.
So I take it that means things went well with your writing?
Yeah, very well.
Well, I'm glad for you.
I'm relieved as hell right now.
Sure you are. So does that mean the book's finished?
No, but I got a big chunk of it out of the way today.
How much longer do you think it's going to take?
Well, now that I got the juices flowing again, soon, maybe even tomorrow. I really needed this change, Ash. Working out at the tack house, it's made all the difference.
Well, I think this is cause for celebration. I'm going to get some champagne.
Ash, thanks, but I don't think so. Just call me superstitious, but I'd really rather not celebrate till the book's finished.
Okay, well, forget the booze. What about something to eat? You must be starving.
Actually, honey, I'm more tired than I am hungry. I think I'm just gonna head on up and try to get plenty of rest so I can start with a clear head first thing in the morning.
You just got home, and we haven't been together for 5 minutes. I was kind of hoping...
What?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Coming up?
In a little bit. It's early.
Okay.
Well, you survived dinner.
Would you stop? Everything was great.
Oh, the gravy was a disaster.
Oh my gosh, anybody ever tell you you have a one-track mind?
I do, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Just a little bit about certain things. About one certain person.
So?
So,
Here we are.
here we are.
Two of us, all alone.
It works for me.
Me too. Especially... You know, you never said how the apartment hunting was going.
What?
Those calls that I asked you to make for me.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot.
Forgot?
Yeah, I forgot. On purpose.
Megan.
I know. I said I'd do it. I will.
Look, I gotta find my own place. I can't keep sleeping in the basement.
Well, you could always sleep in the bedroom next to mine.
Yeah, think again.
Look, I'm sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to disappoint you. It's just... things are so good now. I don't want it to end too soon. I don't want you to leave before...
Before what, Meg?
Leanna, I asked you a question. What are you doing here?
This doesn't concern you, Jill.
What doesn't concern me?
I called your office. Your secretary told me where I could find you. It's very important, Jack. We really need to talk.
Okay, you found me. What's on your mind?
It's personal and confidential.
Save it for tomorrow. Go away.
It can't wait until tomorrow.
All right. I'll be at the bar.
Well, you do have me intrigued, Miss Love. What's on your mind?
Not here.
I thought you said we needed to talk.
We do. But someplace else.
My office, perhaps. I just left there.
Your office. Your office. No, definitely not your office, no.
So where?
Just come with me. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Oh, Jack, what a coward you are. You silly son of a...
Sweetheart?
Hi, Daddy. Didn't hear you come down.
Would you rather be alone?
No, it's the last thing I want. May I fix you a drink?
No, but you go ahead.
I don't really care for one either.
Was that Cole's car I heard pulling in a few minutes ago?
Uh-huh. He already went up.
And you're down here alone?
Not anymore, I'm not.
Ashley, honey. What is it?
It's okay, Daddy.
No, honey, no, it isn't. You and your husband. I knew there was tension between you, but just didn't know it was this bad.
I'm not giving up.
And say you should.
Jack thinks that I'm crawling to Cole, but my husband loves me. I know he does. I've learned that sometimes you have to fight for your marriage, even though it hurts your pride.
Hello? Hello?
Victor, it's Ramona.
Ramona? I'm so glad you called.
You are?
My goodness, it is good to hear your voice. I've been doing a lot of thinking about you.